did you see tonight?
Yeah, much better defense. Our best defensive effort in a long time. Ball pressure was good. The rotations were good. Guys were challenging shots. And, Clippers obviously didn't have a great night shooting. I mean, they missed some open ones, but I thought, we had something to do with that too.
You closed with Moody, Kuminga, and Poole. Do you feel them collectively pushing their way more into the current picture, really?
Yeah, I mean, every game is different, and so it's hard to predict what's going to happen. But I do like the Jordan, Steph, Clay combination. There's a lot of proof that those three guys play well together. And JK, every minute of experience we can get for him is important. And I did not want to go back to Looney because back to back and another game. He's got to guard Jokic in a couple of nights. And so there were a few reasons why we closed the game the way we did. We would have preferred to get everybody out with 4 minutes left, but Clippers made that run, and we had to stay with those guys.
Steve, how much of the defensive repair is just about breaking some of the bad habits that have surfaced over the past month plus?
Yeah, some of it is bad habits. Some of it is maybe just being in the doldrums a little bit. I think the attention to detail was better today, and I think it'll continue to get better, especially when we get Draymond and Andre back. But there's no reason why we shouldn't be really good defensively again. We were great defensively for 40 or 50 games, whatever it was. So we can get back to that level.
Steve, there was a fun energy pregame with Will Ferrell out on the court, and did you sense that kind of uplifted the guys? And what how did that come about? What did he say in the locker room after warm-ups, going in there to see you guys?
Yeah, he actually emailed me a while back, and I didn't believe it was him. And so we exchanged a couple of emails and then concocted the plan. And he's a huge Klay Thompson fan, and he knows how much Klay loves dressing up as Jackie Moon, and so it was just kind of a natural fit, and it felt like a good time to do it, just to make everybody laugh in a tough stretch of the season. And he was great. He came into our locker room, made the guys laugh, and everybody loved seeing him and hearing from him. He was hilarious, and it was just something different to do. I sent him a series of questions that only he would know. No, he insisted, so I believed it.
This seemed like one of Bielitsa's better games in a while. It kind of had some nice flashes last night too. Just wondering what you thought about him. Yeah,
Belly was great tonight. He's such a talented player, as a passer and shooter and stretch big. Fits our offense really well, all the passing, the movement. It's been a tough stretch for him over the last month or 6 weeks, whatever. But everybody has those stretches, and we're going to need him. And certain matchups are going to call for his presence out there. And I thought he played really well tonight.
You mentioned the Steph Clay Poole combination was very good in plus minus before the game. You mentioned it tonight. Has that been at all a little bit of resistance to that, just because of the defensive matchups maybe? And have you just said, hey, you know what? Let's just put him out there. There's certain nights where there's some defensive, question marks, just size wise, with Steph and Jordan out there. But, Jordan held up really well as the starter defensively next to Steph, for the first half of the year. And I think as we get other people healthy, we've got more protection for that group, in terms of rim protection and rotations. And so I think we'll be able to play those three guys quite a bit. And is part of that just the determination that Jordan's going to have to play a lot of minutes? There just can't be aware, he's going to play an 18-minute game, that kind of thing. Yeah, he needs to play. I mean, he's so explosive, and but he's still a young player, and he still needs to be,
held accountable for mistakes or defensive errors, anything like that, we're gonna stay on him because I think his ceiling is even higher than what he's where he's playing right now, and he's still such a young guy that we've got to make sure we keep pushing him.
Following up on Jordan, how have you seen his facilitating and ball handling kind of improved over the stretch, especially with Draymond out having to step up in that area?
Yeah, he's he's had the ball in his hands a lot more with Draymond out. And the great thing with when he plays with Steph and Clay is there's a lot of open court, because of the spacing that we have, and he's so quick getting to the bucket, on pick and roll or attacking closeouts, and so it makes for a good combination, especially when he's knocking down threes like he was tonight.
Clay held the Clippers to 2 of 10 when he was the primary defender. How have you seen his defense kind of come along as he's tried to get back to being that two-way player? Clay.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good defensive effort. He asked us the other day to be put on the best perimeter player. He wants that challenge. I think that's part of his comeback and his return is embracing that role. And so I thought that was a great sign. I thought he did a really good job tonight.
Just about you. So you're basically looking possibly with Poole, Kuminga, and Moody as part of your playoff rotation. Kind of already said that. Is that exciting for you? Is it scary for you? Thinking you've got 21, 19, and 19 going to be playing playoff minutes.
Yeah, I mean it's and we'll obviously every matchup's different. You don't know how guys are going to respond, but I'm going into this stretch run with great confidence in all of them. And what a great learning experience for them to play these minutes and to feel, this kind of pressure being on a good team and trying to improve our playoff seeding and then going into the playoffs. It's all good stuff, but you never know what happens once the playoffs start. Changes can happen quickly. So we just got to get them prepared as best we can and then see what happens from there.
Steve, I know you're keeping Steph out for 6 minutes, bridging the quarters. Generally speaking, do you feel comfortable doing that though, that long stretch because of Poole, or how much does Poole make you feel comfortable going that long without Kerr?
Yeah. I mean, when Jordan is playing well and creating shots for himself and others, then it gives us a lot more of a comfort level, keeping Steph on the bench. So I think that's a big part of all of this. If Jordan can continue to play at a high level, it gives us the luxury of giving Steph a little more rest. Thank you.